Now, Russia is one of the largest weapons manufacturing nations in the world. The AK-47 is known the world over. The Russian aircraft such as the MiG and the Sukhoi are very famous. Now, one would think that firms making these weapons would be the first to be sanctioned by Ukraine's Western allies. That the CEOs of these companies fueling the Russian war machine would face harsh penalties. But that does not seem to be the case. Now, the Kalashnikov concerned JSC is the manufacturer of the old AK-47. These days, they make the newer version. It is called the AK-12 model. They also claim to produce 98% of Russia's handheld military machine guns. The company also makes missiles. The largest shareholder of the company is Alan Lushnikov. He's a former deputy transport minister of Russia. The US put sanctions on the firm back in 2014. The United Kingdom and the EU also put sanctions on it this year. But none of the three have put sanctions on this man that you're looking at on your screens, Lushnikov. In this example, though, at least the firm is facing the heat. But what about the people who supply ammunition for the AK-47s? Now, the Klimovsk Specialized Ammunition Plant, which makes ammunition for multiple weapons, such as AK, does not face any sanctions. Neither does Novosibirsk cartridge plant, another ammo supplier. It isn't just ammunition plants that have escaped sanctions. What is interesting is that manufacturers of fighter jets, helicopters and missiles have also had no kind of sanctions imposed on them. Now, some have been sanctioned by one Western ally but not by others. Now, the PJSV Tupolev was sanctioned just this week by the United States. The firm makes fighter jets. Ukraine said that one of these bombers was actually responsible for the attack on the Ukrainian shopping mall in Kremenchuk last Monday. The company has not been sanctioned by either the European Union nor by the United Kingdom. Now, it seems that the Western allies can't even agree to sanction manufacturers of weapons, Russian weapons. The JSC Scientific and Production Association, SPLAV, makes cluster ammunitions. These were banned internationally back in 2008 because of the damage that they caused to civilians. The United Nations Human Rights Office has accused Russia of using a cluster weapon in Kharkiv in the month of March. And yet the firm that makes these has not been sanctioned by the EU or by the United Kingdom. The firm's CEO has also escaped sanctions altogether. So what explains this disorganized behavior? Perhaps the best example would be the case of VSMPO Visma Corporation. It is the world's largest titanium supplier, and 25% of it is owned by Rostec, which is a Russian military industrial conglomerate. The titanium supplier sells to the Russian military, but it also sells titanium to other Western companies, flagship Western companies such as the Airbus and Boeing. Now, Boeing claims that it stopped buying from them in the month of March, but Airbus has not. Airbus said that sanctions on Russian titanium would mean massive damage to the entire aerospace industry of Europe. If the firm does indeed get sanctioned, then Airbus will have to find other suppliers or be at risk of sanctions itself. Now, other Western firms may have business relations with the Russian weapon manufacturers too, or it could be that the West sees war as a means of making money. Now, billions of dollars are being spent in the ongoing conflict, and Western firms are making money as well. Money that can be funneled into political campaigning for donations. So the question that one must ask is the world truly interested in bringing peace to Ukraine? And if it is indeed interested in bringing peace, why can it not sanction the Russian companies that manufacture ammunition and other weapons? WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.